Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. So in this video, I am going to show you guys some examples of my doodles and tell you about the 5 things that I keep in mind while I make these doodles, and at the end give you some tips that could be helpful when you start doodling. So today is going to be the last lesson, and I would hopefully show you guys how I put together the kind of doodles that I make. I usually start with what to doodle schema. I list down all the things related to the topic, and I pick out the icons or the things that I want to put in my doodle and then start doodling. So let's take this doodle, Devi, which I had drawn recently. So while drawing this, I had in mind that I would draw items related to air, water, land, and the cosmos. So you can see I've picked up certain things like the flowers or the tiger or the elephant, which denotes land, fishes and waves, which denote water, and eagle, which denotes air, and the cosmos here. So this is how I pick out the items and how I place things in a doodle. There are a few things which I keep in mind when I draw a full-fledged doodle. First is spacing. So spacing denotes the closeness of objects that you are drawing and its placement. So I usually like to draw doodles which are compact. You can hardly see any space between the icons or the things that I have drawn. And again, this one here, I have picked up and chosen the characters that I want to draw, and I have placed it in such a way that there are two characters which are drawn in the diamond and the other characters are surrounding it. And even when I did my first ever doodle, I had made it in a very compact fashion so that there is no space in between any icons that I draw. The second is size. So there has to be a size difference in order to denote which is the figure or the icon on which you want to lay more importance. So let's say in this case, I want to lay more importance on the witch. So I have drawn it bigger than the other things. In this one, I want to lay more importance on the mermaid. Similarly, when I was drawing this doodle, I wanted to lay more importance on the camera. The next one is perspective, which gives depth to a doodle. So in this one, I tried giving that perspective by reducing the size of the figures and the circles as I went ahead in each level. So the next one is light and shadows. While making a black and white doodle, detailing is a good way to differentiate between light and darkness. So when I want to denote darkness, I fill that area up extensively, and whenever I have to denote light, I detail that area very, very softly, as you can see here. And a bit of shading can also help you differentiate between light and darkness, like I've done with the moon. And the last one is gestalt, wherein every element has its own individual identity, but all of that combines together to form one whole doodle. And with gestalt, I think also comes in repetition. So as you can see here, a lot of repetition included in all of these three ideas. Similarly here, a lot of repetition with the patterns that I have drawn. Again, repetition here in the form of symmetry. So gestalt and repetition, I feel, becomes the core for making any doodle. There might be times when you have an idea and your icons are selected, you have decided the placement and the spacing as well, but you can't actually draw the doodle. You can't picturize the icon or the element you want to draw. It happens with me as well. Let's say I want to draw a dragon, but I can't really picturize it to draw it. So what I do is I Google dragon clip art or dragon caricature, and I get some inspiration from it, and many a times those Google images have been my references. And the last is filler icons. So some of these are the icons which I use in my doodle to fill the white blanks, as I already told you that I don't like to leave any white space in my doodle. So leaves or some funny creatures like these. It's been a long time I haven't drawn creatures like these on my doodles, or flowers, or some simple patterns like these, which was a part of my recent doodle, as you can see here and here as well. So that is all that I had to share. I also have a video on the basics of doodling. Do give it a watch if you are planning to start anytime soon. Happy doodling!